Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
I'm definitely laughing at our producer right now, and I'm looking at him as I say it. Yes, because I just went through a whole little wonderful, beautiful speech for you all. But hi, Milwaukee, it's Robert Reese back with Between the Sheets podcast. I got to go over from the top now because the tone, but I want to say thank you to everybody who supported my book bag drive. I did August 27th with Fee. She was my guest on my episode 2 of Foster Child. She owns a nonprofit organization for foster children. She's a foster parent, but in addition, she throws birthday parties in collaboration with other event places in Milwaukee to support and celebrate foster children just so that they can feel special. We had a really good turnout. We had kids come out. We had hot dogs. We had nachos. And I really just want to tell everybody who supported me and her, thank you, because it was her first time, my first time. Me and her both just separately always try to give back to the community and try to help out children in any way possible. So we didn't really know how it would turn out, but we got some really good feedback, and now we have some people on board. So I want you all to stay tuned because we're trying to get something together for winter coats. So yeah, it's major. Before I get into my episode, good guys, I do want to send my condolences to a few families. One, my friend Brittany, she is going to be the co-host for my podcast. She lost her dad recently, and then my friend Alexis, she lost her mom recently. And I just want to let both of my friends know that I'm here for y'all if y'all need anything. I know how much both parents mean. I know how much Brittany loved her dad, how much Alexis loved her mom. And, it's just unfortunate to lose a parent. I was really young when I lost my dad, but it's not in comparison to now. But I understand just to have that void, like somebody you'll never see again. And then it's the person you have of, so, or they have for you, however you want to put it. So, I'm thinking of y'all, praying for y'all, love y'all. So, lastly, I want to send my condolences to the Carrington family. Mr. Carrington or Keith Carrington, he was my teacher at North Division when I went there briefly years ago. I didn't know that he had recently became the principal at North Division, and I just feel so sad because it's a major loss in our community. Like, you don't have African American men being pillars or being the foundation or being of substance in the community doing work with our kids. And like I was saying before we got on air, it's like, my co-host, he could attest, like we have hundreds of stories of just being like the kids at my back to school drive or just kids in the community just trying to figure it out. And because of the Keith Carringtons, and if anybody who went to Starms, the Anthony Morgans and the Mr. Lamars, the Mr. Jordans, and the list goes on and on and on. Because of those guys, we probably wouldn't be here having this conversation today. First and foremost, what make us different is because the school we went to was like a performing arts school, was like a school for the talented. So we all had time to develop those skills and showcase what we could do to see if that's something that would take us to another level, because we know what it like to be hungry for real. I tell my daughter and my niece all the time, like, y'all not really hungry for real because y'all got everything. But when you really like hungry for real, you got to take care of yourself, because everything might not be what it should be at home. Like, you got to do what you got to do out here. So I just want to say, rest in peace, Mr. Carrington. I'm sad that happened. It was unexpected. And Mr. Hollowell spoke at his funeral. They were fraternity brothers. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna get started with my episode called Good Guys. I'm gonna let my good friend introduce himself and how to contact him if you want y'all to contact him. He do good construction work too, y'all.
Like she said, my name is Bruce Denson, co-owner of BD Concrete Works LLC. It's a company owned by me, my dad, and my brother. Here in the inner city of Milwaukee, where, like she said, we do flat work, construction work for residential homes and stuff of that nature. So patios, sidewalks, driveways, anything of that sort. If it got concrete related, I kind of think of myself as a specialist or the concrete surgeon. So if you looking for anything, my Instagram handle is Greedy Genius 4 on Instagram. Once again, that's Greedy Genius 4. Feel free to reach out with me. Very, very good at returning messages and phone calls and stuff of that nature. So I don't really know why this podcast is titled Good Guys today. So I don't know what to expect today.
Okay, so first of all, okay, y'all, because Bruce, my friend, for real, like we go back. So
Sure, K5.
so friend, is you single?
I am. Actually
Okay, because my
single.
friend like real fine, y'all. So I'm just saying, I'm just trying to put it out there. Just like so if y'all watching, he don't got no whole bunch of kids, no whole bunch of baby mamas.
I don't.
None of that. Work, clean record, all that. all that.
She gassed. She put a lot on it.
100, 100, 200, 200, 300, 300, 400, 400. I'm the highest bid. I'm telling, look, listen.
Man, that's hilarious.
Listen,
That's hilarious.
I couldn't be the one, but I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to. Okay, so I did on Instagram one day. I said you could tell when good guys are not loved properly, and I said that based off a few things. I said that one because just like the good women get bad men, good men get bad women, and I be like, I'm so glad my brothers don't got kids or my brothers like really never been heavy with no women because it sucked to see a good man get with a bad woman. Like girl, like you do. I be like, girl, I know you're not doing that to that man.
I mean, it's a lot of horror stories in the realm of like good guys, so to speak, dealing with bad women. But I think it's just the time that we are in. Like for a long time, like the aspects of a relationship were multiply dominated by men. So like men used to be the biggest cheaters and get cheated on 1,000 times, and they women bring them right back in and accept them and forgive them for everything. But now we in a day and age where I feel like women really control the spectrum as far as like dating. So how men used to feel in the 90s, early 2000s, oh, I can have anybody or I can do this, and this. Women have that control now. So they like, I can have a replacement you by the end of the day. And in a lot of cases, they ain't wrong because let's just say it's a lot of thirsty guys in the world. So they kind of make it easy for women to venture off or whatever. But it's still a lot of great women out here, but it's kind of hard to find them in a sense. I just, like I said, I feel like with the route of like social media and everything that gets played on television from like reality series and stuff like that, it just kind of jump started a movement and a culture with new age women. Like they feeling way more independent. I don't need a man for this or that. And they just want to they just want to have their cake a little bit too. So I just think like a lot of those situations, it ain't necessarily their fault. It's just their time, I feel like. And that ain't necessarily a good or a bad thing. Because at the end of the day, like eventually those women are going to figure it out. Like, yo, that's not going to work. But I also feel like as men, a lot of aspects we got to step our shit up too, to where your woman ain't going to worry about going outside because she's totally fulfilled. You upholding your end of the bargain. She don't got to ask you for attention, affection, this, that, and the third. You present in conversations. You taking her out, doing stuff that you supposed to be doing to somebody that you care about, I feel. So in a lot of aspects, I think a lot of men have kind of like lost their way in that aspect of like taking care of your woman.
Mm. So okay, so I think that okay, so the reason why I'm single is because I feel like one, a man not gonna understand my life. Like I'm more goal oriented
Yeah.
than like love oriented.
Okay.
So if I could get it, if I could date a man that we might have like similar love languages, or we could balance each other out, where I'm weak, he's strong, and where I'm strong, he weak. Maybe we could try to figure it out, because he got to be patient with me. Sometimes he really got to be like, yo, like this is, we got to come together on this. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm at home, I'm attentive. But sometimes I can't just run, because I run off impulse. Like I do a lot of stuff. I'm busy like a lot of time of my day, every day. So it's just like I need somebody who understand. And I just feel like that would be the biggest sign of love to me. Like a man that really understand. Like I'm really trying to.
I feel like with that situation, of course, people be busy. Like I'm busy. I'm very very busy, and not necessarily feel like I don't have the most time for romance or stuff
Mhm.
like that. Like I still make time for when I decide to date. I still make time for it, because at the end of the day, everybody wants companionship. So I think for those like working relationships, that's something that has to be developed. I don't really think it'll ever start off where the person is going to be totally comfortable with you being absent at times. I don't really think nobody's going to be comfortable with that at first, but that's something that has to be built. That's a foundation that has to be set. So, but it can't always be like that. Like, even though y'all both may be busy or on two different schedules, at some point in some time, if you want this thing to work, we both have to make
Yeah,
time for each
compromise.
other. It's a compromise. It's a give take. Because it's like I was just recently like watching a podcast, and I can't really remember who was speaking, but the guy made a reference in the podcast where he said, if a man is at home, if a man is at home, you'll probably get the most affectionate, loving person in the world. But the finances and the stability won't probably be there. So if that man is off and he's goal oriented and he's working, you could never, like a woman could never really be that man's priority, because if I'm off at work or I'm off hustling or doing whatever I need to survive and maintain for my family and the people I care about, something of my life or some portion of my life is going to have to be sacrificed. And a lot of times it be those love languages or like making time and stuff like that. But I feel like nobody's too busy to show whoever it is that they talking to that they love them. And if you got situations like that where y'all both are busy, phone calls and text messages mean the world to people.
Yeah,
So if a
that's
person
true.
call, just pick up and answer. Oh, your girl calling because she love you. I'd be like, all right, hey baby, how you doing? Da, da, da. Chop it up with her for a second. It could be a 2 minute conversation, but that just made her whole day, and it's minuscule to
Yeah,
you.
because that means you thinking of me.
Yeah, like them random like it's like and women too. Like we want to see them. We want to get them random phone calls and text messages too. I could be stressed out sitting at the crib. I do not mind you sending me a titty picture. I would be so
Oh
happy with
my
that.
God.
I'd be good with that. I'd be good. Or hey, love you, something like that. Thinking about you is cute, but it's just like it's minuscule. It's something small, but it's like I ain't see my girl this week, or I done went 3 days and I ain't saw her. So that could have been like that could have meant the world to me in that sense or that point. It's just timing in the small things. If you not gonna have that much time together, the time that you apart, you need to
It
make
got
the
to be
most of it.
meaningful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so do you feel like you a good guy?
Yeah, I do. I
I
feel
think
like
you are too, Bruce.
I feel like I'm a good guy. I ain't gonna say I've always been good, but I definitely feel like I am a good guy. So I don't treat nobody bad.
Okay, but do you think that you ever been loved properly in a relationship?
Yeah. I think there's been times where I've been loved properly in a relationship. Um I think when people first start off in relationships,
In all of them,
it's that in all relationships, they start off as that cupcake stage in a relationship or that honeymoon phase to where
everything, the other.
everything is everybody's lovey-dovey. We always hugging and affectionate, and over time people get set into like a groove and you create your own pace in that relationship. But in order for a person to continue to get that, the relationship as a whole has to elevate in a sense. So like if one person in that relationship feels as if they being stagnant or something in the relationship is stagnant, then they'll pull back. And then that's when you start to not receive some of those things that you have grown accustomed to, or like, you know what I'm saying? It could be times where you could be gone all day and you come in the house and just got a new haircut and your girl don't even acknowledge you. She don't got no attitude with you, but she ain't necessarily all the way happy either. So it's just like, and vice versa. A woman can change her hair color or buy a new outfit or do something different and not really get acknowledged the way she felt like she should be acknowledged. Like he was supposed to be some grand gesture or some big thing. Like it's cool. Like that random time where she could be sitting in the kitchen or something, and you walk past and you would usually slap her on the ass. Hey, baby, tighten up. But it could be that time where she expecting you to do that and you don't, and then she like, well, what's going on with you? So I just think it's a lot of steps to a person not being loved properly. I don't think anything starts off with the intent to not love you properly. I just think things transpire within relationships that people don't really like having awkward conversations. So when an awkward situation comes about, you kind of just sweep it under the rug, deal with it your own way, and don't really address it. So I just think like that's how it goes. Like, because I'm a perfect testament into like that actually happening. You know what I'm saying? Like my last relationship ended because it was my fault. Totally my fault. I wasn't taking care of business. I wasn't. It was stuff that I was not taking as serious as I should have, and things that I didn't do that I should have did, or stuff that she wanted me to do or required me to do, and I just wasn't doing it, or I'd do it on my own time. It wasn't all my fault, but I could take the responsibility for the portion of it that was my fault. So it's a gradual process. If you feel stuff or you feel your partner pulling away, that should be that time where you stop what you're doing and you bring it back together. If you really value that situation. And a lot of times we want to bring it back together after this person has already removed themselves from that. So just got to do
you
better.
Deep.
You just kind of got to do better, man.
So if you talk to somebody new, what would you do differently?
I would make sure that just because this person knows I love them, that love ain't gonna keep that person around.
Like what?
In a sense, like you could show a person the most love and affection in the world, but at a certain point, like I said earlier, if this relationship isn't evolving, then that person is gonna feel as if it's not gonna go anywhere, or what she's looking for may be different from what you're looking for. So like let's just say you be with a woman 7-8 years. Y'all live together, y'all see each other in the morning, y'all see each other at night, y'all good. At a certain point in this relationship, this woman is going to be looking for you to ask her to marry her, or at least get engaged or something like that, or just take y'all relationship to the next level, whether that be starting a family or getting engaged or talking about buying property or this, that, and the third. If it's something, if you plan on having this person around for the long haul, then these are the type of things, these is what people are expecting to happen. And it's also what people are expecting you to want to happen. You don't want to be a girlfriend. Nobody wants to be a girlfriend 15 years. Like, and I don't know whether we slow with our feet with dragging that because people got commitment issues or whatever. But I just think like now at a point, it's like, if you spend all this time with a woman, you should be spending time with this woman to change the dynamic of your relationship, not keep it.
Yeah, because people got to grow together when they in a relationship. So, but why do men take so long to do stuff? I have always thought or said, this is my own personal belief. Don't nobody chew me out about it, but this is my own personal belief, and this is probably based off of just how I am. But I feel as if men love harder than women do at this point. What?
I do. And I say this because, yeah, you can fuck up a million times, and it take a strong person to accept that you fucked up and bring you back in. And that's cool. Y'all are stronger than us emotionally. I get that to y'all 100%. Y'all definitely are pillars when it comes to emotional strength. But a lot of times, like, let's just say the same thing was done to you, and your woman went out, she cheated on you. you're gonna be devastated. You're gonna be devastated. You're gonna be hurt. It's gonna be definitely hard for you to get over that fact. Even if you tell her like, yeah, we good, we could get past it. You're gonna sleep with one eye open for the rest of the time y'all together, or at least for the first couple of months. Because you're still not gonna be comfortable at the fact that somebody had your woman in the way that you have your woman. She shared herself with somebody else. It means something to her. It had to mean something to her. For us, men go out cheat, don't mean shit. And they go right back home, lay down, like nothing happened.
But how could men do that though?
I honestly don't have any idea. And I feel like now we're getting into a state in the day and age to where women are starting to do that now too. Where they could go out and sleep with somebody and it don't mean nothing. Usually, how it was, I know plenty of women. I'm grown up around a lot of women, have a lot of female friends. They ain't just letting anybody just they ain't having sex with just anybody.
It's somebody that they like.
Somebody
sure.
that they like, or it's some type of connection there. Like, and I just think like the reason why we be so broken up and beat down about women going out and doing the same thing we do is because we hold our women to like a certain standard. And once that standard is like broken or we see them in a different light, it's hard for us to get past that point. Like just the thought, I could tell you right now, it's a million niggas right now out here in the world and they got baby mamas or girlfriends that done cheated on them or this, that, and the third. And they probably broke up with the fact of like another guy hitting your girl from the back. That image is probably burned in their head.
Yeah, because if she was your hoe, is she a hoe for him too?
It could be nothing wrong with this man, but he just got a flashback of what you did 6 months ago. And now he got a whole attitude sitting in the house, soaking all day. Ain't nothing wrong with me. But you mad and upset. Like, and it'd be like, it's a messed up logic. And I know me believing in that is messed up, but I just wholeheartedly believe that. Like, I know for a fact, if it happened to me, I'm going to be toe up about it.
You know what's funny? Because I swear to God, I always like when I'm in a relationship, I always try to be with my man, right? And Bruce, you know, we friends, so I'm gonna tell you the truth. So I was with somebody, right? And the dude kept sliding on me, like he kept on cheating, doing the most. And we wasn't even together, Bruce. And I started dabbing with somebody else. Like
he was probably broke up. He was probably
he was definitely broke up. But do you want to know the crazy part? Like now he'll bring it up. I'm like, how could you bring first of all, at least we were broken up. We were literally not together. So what I do when I'm not with you is not your business. And you could not bring it up.
Hey man, we got a hard time of letting go stuff that we know we shouldn't have lost. So if we was talking to somebody and their relationship ended on some humbug or whatever, we ain't gonna genuinely let y'all go. Ain't no way. That's mine. I don't care. Even especially if you and this person still have like some sort of communicational level, that man is never gonna feel like you gone or you cheating on me. You talking to this nigga, you cheating on me. I don't like it.
Even though we broke up.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Man, please.
I have to Bruce, if I tell you who this person was, I have to soak in everything he does and just be like, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing, but it really is not nothing because I have fell in love again and I have been with somebody else again. But in the midst of that, it's like, how could you say anything about anything that I do if we just not together? That's
psychological warfare in a sense because
and he wasn't a good guy, at least, you know what I'm saying? So
most of the time when situations like that, the guy is genuinely thinking like, y'all don't really give a fuck. You know, she don't give a fuck about what I did. She don't know what I'm doing, what I got going on. She ain't watching me. She ain't paying attention to nothing I got going on because y'all wear that shit so well. When y'all say y'all done with it, y'all be done. Y'all will be done. Delete all his photos y'all got together on Instagram. He don't exist on social. You stop watching all the stories and liking photos. Guys, pay attention to that. 9 times out of 10, if you truly got somebody that you lost and you still in love with, you go through your story and you looking through your page like, man, she ain't looked at nothing I done posted. She really don't care. But we watching everything and we tuned in. Y'all just wear that facade so well. Y'all could be broken up on the inside, but y'all ain't gonna show that. And we tend to read into that a little bit too much. So we ain't thinking about y'all paying attention to what we doing, but we gonna let y'all know we paying attention to what y'all doing. The show, we'll let y'all know that, man.
I just think it's petty that if you broke up with somebody that they commented on, like, especially if I didn't come and tell you, that mean that it wasn't an open conversation. Cause that mean I don't even care if I got respect to tell you my business. Like, don't say nothing about what I'm doing.
That just lets you know that person is still bothered by whatever the hell y'all had going on, or whatever y'all. That person still got that. That person is still emotionally still there.
Okay, well, bypass all of that. We gonna bypass all of that. What do you need for a woman to make you happy? And I'm asking you because I consider you to be a good guy. So it would be appropriate for me to ask you that. Because if I ask somebody that's not a good guy, they're going to say something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she gotta pay to talk to me. She gotta pay to be with me. She gotta. Because men be doing that. And I'm like, really? Like,
okay, so I feel like, first off, in order for me to even get to a level to where I'm even remotely interested in talking to somebody on a serious level, I'm gonna have to have my shit all the way together first before I'm like, I emotionally got to be there, mentally, you know what I'm saying, physically attracted to the person. But
that's responsible.
I've been single for the past 3 years. So, but before that, I was in a really, really serious relationship for a very, very long time, most of my adulthood. So it's just like, in a sense of like relationships being the only thing that I really know and really comfortable with, once I had to be by myself and realized that I was going to be by myself for a while, I had to get comfortable with just being an individual again.
Right, you have to relearn yourself.
Opposed to
and what you like to do before.
Opposed to being referred to as like Bruce and such and such.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm still Bruce. So finding out who that person is.
You acting like him right now.
Yeah, I'm cool. I know who I am.
Nah, Bruce, because you be serious sometimes. I be like, what's wrong? Like,
I don't be serious.
Because you normally like be laughing and playing, and
that's just who I am, bro. Like, I just sometimes I feel like my stuff I post on social media can be misleading sometimes, but it'd be like,
mine's definitely is.
I don't be necessarily going through nothing. I'ma post this. This is just clickbait, I guess. But I don't really need too much for somebody to like make me happy. I'm very, very like low maintenance. As long as you showing me the love and affection I feel like I deserve, I don't really demand too much other than that.
Okay, so I was talking to my homegirls at school, right? And she said that one of my homegirls said she been with her baby daddy for 12 years. And she said that she feel like him wanting to have sex with her every day is too much.
That should never be too much. If I'm in love with you.
Okay, but what type of sex though? Like we finna fuck or we finna fuck all night?
We fucking. I don't care if it's 3-4 times. We fucking. If I'm truly into you, it should be a compliment on her behalf. You've been with this man 12 years. He don't want to go out. She should be happy he don't want to go out and lay pipe nowhere else. I want to come home, lay it right into you, because you where I'm at. So, that's just pretty much how I feel. I feel like, but as a man, he got to take it to like, yo, she might need a day off. Like, let her have a day off. But
okay, but if she get the day off, she's still gonna have to do something.
Not necessarily. That ain't a day off if you got to do something. I feel like she should. I feel like in the aspect of like, if we dating or something like that, you should crave me as much as I crave you.
Okay, so I agree with that but you know what? Every time I think that I'm gonna start having sex with a man, and I start having sex with him a lot, we end up living together. So that's so. In my defense, I try not to do that.
Wow.
Because no, we could do it like once a week or here and there, like twice a month or something. But we can't like really fuck like that all the time, because once you start fucking with somebody and y'all fucking all the time, that is how people start living together. Just think about it. Just think about it.
Yo, funny thing about that.
Like, y'all start leaving your socks and your drawers and your toothbrush, and then
hey, funniest thing.
What kind of cereal you want?
Funniest thing, bro. My baby mama is the funniest shit she's ever said. My baby mama called men like that hobosexuals, meaning like niggas don't be having. A lot of men don't be having their own shit, and that's the downfall in like a lot of shit. Like niggas be camping out at the girl crib. And if y'all fucking every day, you spending the night, you fuck around and end up living there. But it's just like,
But I had daddy to do. He had his own house, and because my kids was little, I would go to his house. But it just starting to be like I'm like
that's where you feel comfortable at.
I'm always coming by your house. Like this starting to be like a. And then before I knew it, like I just was always at his house. I'm like, yeah,
It's your comfort space.
like now we together. Like we probably ain't even mean to.
do all that. But
Yeah,
we
so
doing
that's
it.
the other reason why I don't be having sex like that. Like,
I mean,
nah,
that's-
cause
it's a-
I ain't trying to.
it's for- it's-
I ain't trying to really be with. I ain't really trying to be with you that fast, and I don't know if I like you yet because you know our flesh be weaker faster than our mind. So
Facts. And a lot of times the sex can be so good you could talk, you can make yourself think y'all in a relationship.
yeah, lust. A lot of people be living in lust. Like,
But it's like at the same time, it's still a comfortability level. Like, oh, I'm straight right here. I don't really want to be at home by myself. I done got accustomed to laying next to this chick every day. I'm finna go over her house or I'm finna see where she at. She needs to come over here. It's just like you get attached. We get attached to people fast. Let's just say that, especially if y'all fucking early. It's easy to become attached to somebody, especially if it's good. If it's kind of, if it's all right, I'm gonna stay at the crib. I ain't coming over today. But it also ain't, we ain't fucking every day.
okay, so how long do you like? How long would it take you to spend a night at a woman's house? Like, let's just say y'all cool, y'all kicking, y'all vibing, you fuck her and you go home, but one day you decide like I'm gonna just stay over here. What like how long do it take for a man to be like I'm finna have her, I'm finna stay over, or I'm finna have her spend the night? Or do you do you have sex with women, let them stay at your house, or you stay at their house overnight?
I ain't.
Or do it depend on what time you go over there? Because if you go over there too, then you gotta leave at 4. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna just say this, man. In order for you to spend the night in my house, I really mess with you. Or I feel like we talking on the level to where I'm comfortable with you spending the night in my house. So I would have to be talking to this person for a little minute to get to know that person before I'm letting you just spend the night in my house. Like, and I ain't necessarily really spending the night at nobody's crib either because I don't really feel comfortable.
That's grown man.
I don't really feel comfortable in other women's space. Like, because in today's society, bro, it's sad to say, but you never know what a person got going on. You never know what a woman really got going on. She can have 4 other niggas knocking that door down. And today is your day to be over there. You over there. And Thursday decided to pop up. That could be a whole situation. I'm just not into trying to be in anybody's bullshit. Because at the end of the day, if it's so much, everything out here now is so casual that nobody really feels entitled to tell
The
who
truth.
they talking to everything. Because I mean, we live in this, I hate to use this cliche term, but it's like a hot girl summer still.
Hot girl summer still.
They still out there. The hotties is still out here. The city girls is out. And they popping. And they running shit for real. I know women that get whatever they want out of men. Just because niggas want to be in their presence. And I feel like that's just social media. Like we fall in love with somebody on Instagram and they don't know shit about this person. But you fall in love with basically most men are visual. So we seeing how you look on social media, we seeing what you wearing, we seeing what you into. Niggas kind of feel like they get a sense that they know who this person is. Oh, and you shoot your shot, you connect. Not a woman want to hang out, she want to kick it. It be guys out here that is willing to just blow it all for you know what I'm saying, somebody they met off the internet, but you truly don't know who this person is. So I ain't spending the night nowhere. I can't do it.
So okay, so what make you like? What you like in women? Like, if you could describe a type of woman you would like, what would she have to be like?
I don't really have a preference for real.
You go on vibes.
Yeah, I'm a big vibes person. Like I ain't Mr. Everything or Mr. Perfect, so it ain't in me to discriminate against a certain type of woman. It's not, that ain't really in my bag. But like if the vibe is good, I enjoy being with you, or I enjoy being around you, you funny, I can sit down and actually hold a conversation with you, then yeah, I can that's what I be looking for. I'm going off of a vibe. Like if I can't have a conversation with you, we ain't gonna get far anyway. You could be the finest girl in the world, but if I can't sit down and have a conversation with you, what else am I gonna fall in love with besides how you look?
Okay, so do you think good guys get taken advantage of by women?
When they allow themselves to be taken advantage of.
Because I be seeing a lot of good guys like he just be paying my bills, or he just be doing this, or he just be doing that, and he really be doing it out of love. And you could tell a trick you could tell a trick versus somebody who really like mess with you.
And I mean, not really. Not really now. It's confusing. It's confusing. You can genuinely think a woman is into you and then she don't give two fucks about you.
Yeah,
And
okay.
you'll fall into that top 5. You don't want to be in. I pride myself on. I'm never gonna be in somebody's top 5. I ain't gonna be the food guy. I ain't gonna be.
Oh,
I ain't gonna be the. You the nigga she texts. You the nigga she FaceTime. She got this nigga she having sex with. And she got this nigga she actually like. I ain't gonna be in that top 5. That shit messy. But it's a lot of men out here that be good guys that sell themselves short and they settle for shit like that. Well, she ain't gonna talk to me unless I'm da 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 da. They could really like this girl, and it's the only way they keeping her attention. But they not used to being loved or treated a certain type of way to where that's something that they willing to accept. I'm never gonna settle or accept that ever.
but okay. So this what I mean by it's the difference between being a good guy and being a trick. Because I was dating this dude, I swear to God, like he would give me the shirt off his back, like, and I'm knowing this the only shirt he probably got. Or he'll move heaven and earth for me, like just to make sure that I'm happy. But the dude who's the trick, like of course he got money, so of course he gonna do the most just to be around me. And then I feel like the other dude he put more time into getting to know me and understanding me. So I just be feeling like, it be sad when good guys really don't end up in good situations.
I mean, we all ain't gonna end up in good situations, not right away. That's just a harsh reality of like society. Like I got aunts and friends of the family, and they super grown. Oh, and they single, still been single their whole life, never been married, nothing. And that's just a reality. It happens. We can't really get down on ourselves because you ain't married, or you know what I'm saying. Ain't no timeline on love.
Yeah, because it's still old people
Yeah.
doing stuff that young people do.
Ain't no
so.
timeline on love. You might just be one of them people that got to go through some shit in order to find that perfect situation. And it ain't no slight to you or no slight to this person, but it just took y'all a long time to find each other. So just go through your little bumps and bruises and take your lick and then keep it pushing.
So do you think that men could change women? Because women always talk about, I don't want to build no man and I don't want to invest in no man, and you heard women say that before, like I'm doing all this and all that to make him into a man. But do you think that men do that with women? Like, do you think like y'all gotta raise women sometime too?
I feel like you should never have to mold somebody into who you want them to be. If you're trying to mold somebody into who you want them to be, then that ain't love at all. Because if you truly love somebody, you should be able to accept them flaws and all. They might eat in the bed, and that shit's like a game changer for you. And you gonna leave them because of that, or you gonna be like, you got to change this? No, that's just something about that person that's just who they are. If you truly love that person, bro, you'll get over it, or you work past it. If you're trying to mold me into something, you're trying to change who I am. I could be completely comfortable in who I am. And it is guys out here that take on women and turn them into who they want to be, shape them into who they want to be. But they dealing with a certain type of woman. They dealing with a weak-willed woman to where, I could mold you and make you this and do this and this and this, and you do X, Y, and Z for me, and then the minute you don't do X, Y, and Z for this person, now you out the door.
You know what? I swear to God, I had mentioned him like a couple episodes ago, because I had talked to this dude, and I swear, like I just thought he was like lit, and he always complained. He was like, "You this, you that, you ghetto, you talk too loud and all that." But then it turned into me being spontaneous, because he started being around me for real and start understanding like she not ghetto, she just passionate. She not, yeah, she laugh loud, but she know how to talk. Like when he started seeing me talking to people in a business manner, he started respecting me more. You know what I'm saying? But out the gate, he was just making these assumptions about me, and I'm like, man, I'm done talking to you for real because you misjudging me. You know what I'm saying? But then it was like you kept on you. I'm doing all these things. Now you falling in love because you being around me. You seeing like I'm way whole different than what you thought I was for real. But then he has so many problems. I'm like, no, you were the problem the whole
Yeah,
time.
it's just perception.
I really think
People come
people,
up with their own perception of you when they truly don't know who you are.
but I think that people who try to change people not happy with themselves.
That could
Because
be that could be
what
accurate.
do me being loud or me being ghetto or whatever my flaws are? What do that make? Like that don't change me being smart. That don't change me not being in debt. That don't change me having a job. You know what I'm saying?
It's I just think like if you're trying to change the person, bro, you're being more of a parent than a partner.
Yeah.
So like I don't as you shouldn't be trying to mold an adult anyway, because as you're grown, you should be able to make whatever type of decisions you want to be. If you want to be this type of woman and this, that, and the third, who am I to try to change that about you? If you don't want to change it on your own, I'm not gonna come to you and be like, yo, you gotta change this or this shit is over. No. I'ma just continue to deal with you how I deal with you. And if it starts to become too much of a problem, I'm gonna remove myself from the situation. Because that's obviously not the person that you're supposed to be with if it's stuff about this person that you feel like is a deal breaker. Don't try to get that person to change something about themselves, bro. Just go find the person that's made for you.
Okay, so do good guys have wild sex? I want to know. Because I'm just curious. I want to know.
Do good guys have wild sex?
Because you know, some good guys, because that be what girls complain. We talk, listen, everything that I ask on
So-
my show, I get a pool of questions, and I'll be like, ooh, I'm gonna ask this, and I'm gonna ask this, because this is on the soft side, but you know, I gotta get you raunchy at some point.
I mean,
Because women say that, like, man, he's so sweet, but he can't fuck.
well, that could just be that person. man, 'cause-
So y'all ain't never heard that before?
I mean, so what you supposed to say? Like, all good, nice guys supposed to have bad dick or something? That's
No,
not a
they
thing.
always be saying
Or
like,
bad boys
"Ooh,
gonna give you the best
yes,
dick. Bullshit. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
women do say that.
That's some bullshit.
And you can tell because a woman will put up with so much stuff off a nigga that's not nothing.
Man,
But a good man, will do what he supposed to do.
at the end of the
But
day,
he don't fuck right.
as good as you
She'll
are,
get rid of him quick. I've seen it happen too many times. I'm lying.
talk to her, Tone. 'Cause I feel like that's some bullshit, bro.
Am I lying though?
I feel
Am
like,
I making this up?
I mean, it
You
probably
kinda
does get
is, but
said.
you kind of right, because you have to understand, a man that's doing everything that he's supposed to do.
Except for fucking right.
Hold on, see, this is where you're making your mistake at. A man that's doing everything he's supposed to do already has intentions of making this person his permanent woman anyway. He's doing everything to her that she's in love. When you're in love, the dick hits different. Okay?
That's true.
It hits different.
That's
So
true.
that woman 9 times out of 10 ain't running out here telling what her man is doing.
Let's talk
So
about
the
it.
good guy who's doing his job and handling his business, she ain't trying to tell you single bitches what's going on back at home,
At all.
because now you gonna want him.
You eyeball.
You gonna be trying to mess up his happy home, so she don't say nothing. The ones who complain, okay, the ones who fuss. Number one, you're not with a good guy because he's a good guy. You're with a good guy because he's making you not deal with the fuck shit that they were doing there. The reason why y'all like toxic men, because they give y'all headaches and problems. And he's giving you shut the fuck up dick. not that I care about you dick. So when you get I care about dick that has love and intimacy and caring into it, and he's definitely trying to make sure you get where you are, you're upset because you're not used to someone giving a damn. That's why y'all don't like it.
Okay, but listen,
But it is
because
good
men,
guys out here getting
no,
shut the
because
fuck up
men
big too.
always because
We do.
This be getting shut the fuck
Man,
up too sometimes.
no,
Because I know I've
because-
handed out shit several times.
I don't want to hear that
Damage
shit
I
today.
just
It's
got
called-
request.
it's called-
I just got
no,
requested. to shut
It's
the fuck
called
up
the
dick the other
damage.
day.
It's called the damage control package, and all men do it, whether they're good men or bad men, whatever. But just how men say that, don't leave your 80 for a 20. A woman could say the same thing. I mean, a woman could go to a man for the 20%. The 20% could be the sex. I'm just saying.
Bro, 9 times out of 10, a woman has walked out on a man and went and fucked with a nigga that she thought was gonna be that guy and wasn't shit. And then
Right.
when she went and realized that she lost that, she tried to double back, and Buddy was like, "Oh shit."
No, he ain't giving. He don't.
But you, but
It ain't here no
but
more.
you just said that women could go fuck and come back home like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, they can try to come back home, but is the man gonna let you come back home?
Is he gonna know? Cause he just itching to scratch. Like I'm just, hey, pull up right here. I'm gonna be right there. We're gonna be right here for an hour. I'm going back to the crib.
If we really care about our woman, we know. Just like y'all know when he done did something because his behavior is different,
Y'all
we
change
know
up.
it too. Y'all change up too. You either do more than what you were doing before to try
Or
to
you do
butter up.
less.
Talking about,
you
damn,
do
you done got your hair done 3 times this week.
We pay attention. We might not.
You changing that up? What you got going on?
Okay, so let me ask y'all
You
this.
putting
What
on
if
extra makeup to go to work today? Fuck you talking about? You giving out that?
yeah, somebody used to say, why you always dressing like you going to the club? I'm like, bro, I got on some sweats and some shoes. Like I'm not dressing like I'm going to
If
the
you
club.
truly in love, you paying attention.
Big fact.
Okay, but okay, so let me ask y'all this. What about the female anatomy? Like,
What
if
about it?
would you know
We
if
do.
huh?
Will we know if someone's touched our kitty?
Yeah.
To a certain extent,
certain
we can
extent.
tell.
Most women ain't gonna go fuck. Most women ain't gonna come home and go fuck their man after they done fuck somebody else.
So y'all have a chance to
So y'all
snap
got
back.
a chance to snap y'all shit together.
But when
Get it
y'all
right.
start being more,
But
when
if
y'all
you coming
start
home and you like, do me? Oh, we gonna figure it out.
right,
Yo,
either
damn,
you gonna
it's a
figure
little
out,
bit-
and you ain't been out drinking with the girls either.
Why you so open right now? What the hell you got going on?
Okay, so it okay, so
But here's the thing: the way we can tell
This-
more so, the way we can tell more so that y'all literally may be out messing around with somebody because you're less reluctant to want to do it with us.
Mm.
You're quicker to say you have headaches or you're tired or you don't want to do anything or not tonight.
No,
You're
I
quicker
ain't-
to say that.
I ain't getting that shit. I ain't getting that.
Right.
I ain't getting that shit at all.
Okay.
You're quicker to. You're quicker. You're
I ain't,
quicker
get-
to
I
that.
ain't dealing with the no shit. Like I ain't gonna say like I ain't never really had a situation where somebody told I didn't been like, yeah, I'm trying to fuck my friend, being like, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't getting that. But in to like piggyback off of what he said, y'all do like y'all go back to changing up y'all habits, but
right.
when you truly in love with somebody and y'all been fucking for a minute and y'all having sex, y'all in a routine, y'all patterns
Y'all,
is the same. Unless y'all talk about switching things up, they usually don't really switch
they don't
up.
really switch.
So when we come back in and we having sex, I ain't saying you went on a girl's trip and you come back home and now we fucking since you come back home and now you asking me to do this different shit. I'm finna be like, what the fuck?
I'm
You
definitely
don't
gonna
even do that
question it.
shit on the reg. What the hell?
now,
you
if
got
and if
going
your
on?
answer ain't well, me and the girls was talking about it, then we really gonna figure out because
Yeah.
why are you into this all of a sudden?
Right.
Okay, but if you have sex with a woman after she has sex with somebody else, would you be able to tell once you enter her vagina?
Of course you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Well, how would you know?
Y'all snap back, don't snap back. That snap.
Somebody could have
Keep your butt.
let's just say you could have been somewhere with somebody that was well endowed more than your partner, and your partner come home and he think he finna get some. Me like, yo, I just fell into this. This ain't right.
Okay, but I heard that when a woman have sex, her vagina, when it's more relaxed or when she's about to have an orgasm, it can open up more. And then
Rightfully
it can
so.
tighten up after the orgasm.
But
It's still a difference.
it's still a difference.
It's still a
You know what I'm
difference.
saying? I feel like more so it ain't like a oh, we could tell, we could just, it's a feeling. It's a feeling. Because when your woman is having sex with somebody else, her body gonna react different to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be like nailing her to the cross, but she not reacting how she was reacting. I just did this same shit Tuesday. It's Thursday. Your body ain't responding the same way because you used to doing nothing. Now you doing other shit. So you creating your own rhythm with somebody
I
else.
just want
trying
to hear
bring
from
it back
me and
into-
Mo.
And as a woman, you really shouldn't want to have multiple men down there in a short time frame anyway.
But it's happening.
You're gonna have them problems down there that only you have to deal with.
It's happening. So
You don't want that. You don't want that. I mean, there's other reasons why it can happen, but some of those things you definitely, if you're dealing with two dudes and all of a sudden she got problems.
time to do some investigating.
I just want to know what y'all had to say because I'm just trying to.
That shit go both ways, bro.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's everything is about a vibe. The type of sexual vibe you have or sexual chemistry you have with your partner. If somebody else has entered that in any sort of way, either party is gonna be able to figure that shit out. Y'all could be having
because
some passionate sex and y'all ain't in sync. Y'all bodies ain't in tune because it's outside interference. It's life. Shit.
Yeah, because I was having sex with this dude. Well, we was together, obviously, but
We don't really. Talk
that's
about
why I
this.
threw that in there because I don't want to make it like I was having sex with this dude. Like I
Let
be
me
having sex
find
with
out
this.
you be
I be
fucking.
having sex with dudes, and it was this dude on this day. No, but I was having sex with the. No, I don't have no day dudes. I don't have no day dudes. They all men get on my nerve. But okay, so anyways, first of all, before he even started giving away that he was messing with somebody else, when we would do it, like towards the end of our relationship, he just like something about how when he would come, it'd just be different. And I'm just like
Y'all energy's off.
what's wrong with you?
Y'all not aligned.
And he used to and then he started being like super aggressive. Like I like aggressiveness, but he was like super aggressive. I'm like, now you normally choke me like this hard, but you choking me like this hard, like you trying to kill like
somebody else he's the joke somebody else, and they like it a little bit rough.
I'm like, I don't like that. Like, let me go. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just was certain stuff. Like it just was weird. I'm like, nah, like, and then he started like just doing weird shit. And I'm like, yeah, like you mess with somebody else.
Right.
His body definitely gave it way before his.
Right, you could tell your guy ain't doing something about y'all sex life is changing, and y'all ain't talked about it. Like I hate to say that. Like once you get in a relationship, stuff become routine, but it do. Even like the way you have sex, like it could be the same shit, but if y'all do decide you want to change it up, you gonna let that person know, like, yeah, babe, I'm thinking about changing it up a little bit tonight. What you think? Got something you want to try? Y'all gonna have that discussion. You ain't just gonna come right in there and be like, yeah, I'm doing this. She gonna be like, nigga, what are you doing? Get out of here. Where you learn that at? That's gonna pose a problem.
I don't know because I be open to shit, and if I'm in that mood, like if I'm drunk or something, it's going down. So whatever me and the girls talked about, whatever I seen on,
But you gonna let your man know that, like,
no,
like,
I'm
me
doing.
and the girls
I'm
was talking about
do
this.
it. I'm gonna shock the shit out his ass. He gonna be like,
put your finger in my ass.
he gonna be like, girl, what's wrong with you? I'm like, look, it's up there. We up there.
Cool shit.
I'm like, it's about to be a long night, so just get ready.
But in retrospect, to answer your question earlier,
because if you tell a man everything that y'all about to do for that night, I mean,
no, not telling him, but just saying like y'all could not even have sex that day, but y'all just sitting around. Y'all might be at dinner, or y'all on a little romantic date or something. Or y'all just grabbing lunch, and it's something you like. Oh, babe, I think the next time we have sex, we should try something different.
You know, I never had no conversation like that. It just be we in the moment. I'm about to surprise.
I don't like surprises. I don't like surprises.
I mean, it's certain stuff that I'm definitely not doing. But yeah, if I'm listen,
I feel like when it comes to sex, bro, you just can't really spring shit on people because you don't really know what people be into. People be into some weird shit.
Yeah, definitely.
People be into some weird shit. So some women crave a different spectrum of stuff. Like I got stuff about myself that is completely off limits. Don't do it.
Okay, so then can I ask you one question? I just want to see what you're gonna say.
Go ahead.
Do you like to get your nipples rubbed?
Yep.
Never.
Swear to God.
Bruce, never.
I'm gonna look wholeheartedly at you and in the camera. And say, I ain't got no
Bruce,
problem.
I swear to
with
God,
that
I
shit.
thought you was gonna say no.
Why? Why? That shit feels amazing. What are you talking about?
No, because remember. Well, I said it on the other episode that I didn't.
Dope shit.
I don't be liking to do that. But remember the other episode when Brittany was like, remember she was doing. Y'all remember when Brittany was doing? So we was saying, just saying, like, you know, going down a list of things and just saying, like, no, I don't like that, but I like this, or whatever the case may be. But
I think that's kind of basic though. Like that's kind of basic. Like pinching the nigga nipple. That ain't no. I don't know. That should feel good to me. I ain't gonna lie. Bite my shit.
Hey,
I
look,
ain't-
if you like it, I mean,
I think like in the realm of sex, like people like what they like. They enjoy what they enjoy. You like getting your nipples sucked on? I'm pretty sure. Why wouldn't we enjoy the same thing? It just seems like
okay, well, that's like on the line before we get all the way down to the stuff that that's too much, but that's not bad. I could ask you that on air. I wouldn't ask you nothing.
I ain't got no issue. My thing is, I don't have an issue answering questions because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be the same person on the podcast, outside the podcast. So like, I'm not really terrified by nothing. Like it ain't no big deal. Like that's light work. That shit just light work.
I know, but that was the lightest question that I want to ask because we friends. Like I don't want to be like. I mean, I could, but I could just so I could have it in my archives.
Mental Rolodex.
Like,
I'm getting all the dirt. I'm gonna get all the dirt.
Ladies, the
Finna
nipple rubbers.
Finna get
I'm getting y'all together for the love.
DM me talking about some. We gonna have a fucking problem.
Greedy Genius 4 on Instagram. Okay, because I wanted to do like a open forum, men versus women, and I literally wanted to throw out stuff, but all men be scared to say stuff, and I'm like, bro, if you like that, it might just be kinky. It might not be that it's
Bro, you
gay.
are grown. You are grown. I don't shade nobody being into whatever the hell they into. I have a lot of eclectic friends. Like I got friends that are gay. I got family members that are gay. Like my brother's gay. You know what I'm saying? So having a sibling that is of the LGBTQ community, it's like I gotta support you in every aspect of your life. I love you for who you are. You still my brother at the end of the day. So I be around my brother. He be having some of his friends around, and they conversation can go left. I ain't finna be like, man, this some bullshit. I'm out of here. I'm just be like, hey, because then it might look like I'm against y'all, and I'm not. So people could be into whatever it is they into. As long as you and your partner is comfortable in whatever the hell y'all got going on, that's what y'all got going on. You shouldn't be afraid to be who you are. Like, nigga, you like getting your nipples played with, cool. It's niggas into some weird shit. People be into weird shit. I'm personally not into no weird shit. So don't try no weird shit with me, but that's just whatever your sexual escapades is, bro, that's on you. Nobody can bash you about that. We live in such a free society right now where nobody should be able to judge you about shit you got going on. So don't be closed off about shit.
So let me tell you this story, right? I swear to God, I was in a nail shop getting my feet done, right? And this girl came in, she's like, yeah, make my nails super long like Cardi B. Put me some rhinestones on there because he like that shit. He like it when I put it up his booty. Listen, whoa, wait.
Shit.
Tell me why the nigga walked in like 5 minutes later and gave her the money. Was like, you know what to do.
Hey, that's what he into.
But he was like this super fine, like hood nigga. I'm like, oh my God.
Them niggas be into some weird shit. That's all I gotta say. It's niggas out here that's into some weird
But
shit.
an extra
And in the
long,
aspect, it ain't even weird. It's just what they like.
an extra long Cardi B nail.
Hey,
That's nasty.
that's between him and her. That's it. Hey, if she want to do it, cool.
Let me ask you a question.
Don't take that into
And she
your
was
next
like,
relationship.
girl, like, I'm going to make me an extra long Cardi B nail with the rhinestones. I'm thinking she finna say they going on a date. She talking about playing with his
Let me ask you a
booty.
question. Let's say you find the man of your dreams.
Mm.
He got you financially together. Y'all have cribs. Y'all got all y'all stuff together. You take care of kids with no problem. You ain't never got to worry about him. He hits all the right spaces for you when it's time for having sex, but he likes his booty blowed out every once in a while. Are you blowing or not?
Subscribe for $39.95.
In other words, she blowing booty.
Right. So
Am I
She
though?
blowing booty.
so you're gonna throw away probably God's perfect match for you because he has one thing.
I'm the owner of the show. I'm not gonna disclose that on air.
Crazy. That's crazy.
I'm not gonna disclose that
You gonna
on
let
air.
your Mr. Perfect walk out the door.
Who said I would?
Okay, then. I know you ain't stupid. I know you ain't stupid. You gonna blow a little booty hole. That's just what you just gonna do. You want to keep that nigga around for sure. You gonna do that weird shit.
Yeah, I mean, just like men, women, that yeah.
I mean, whatever y'all got going on, bro. That's y'all business.
So, have you ever had like a wild night that just went too far with a woman? Like she just did too much, and you just was like, nah. Like y'all having sex, and she just like trying to do too much. You just like, nah, I'm cool.
Do too much, like what?
Just anything, like
That's what I'm saying. It could be like that.
like
question could
sex,
be-
like y'all having sex, and she just like all over the place, just too wild for you. Like, nah, like you doing too much. Like I don't like that. I don't like all this type of stuff.
Nah, I ain't really had.
So you be down, like.
No, let's not go. No, 'cause like I said, I have my own personal quirks. So that's certain shit is a no go. Like certain shit is a no go.
So do you got to be in control when you having sex?
Nope, I don't. But you just, if I'm fucking you, you know this about me already. So don't do it. Don't do it. Because then
Yeah,
I'll
because-
be like, this ain't what we finna do. So it's just like if I'm having sex with somebody, I'm fucking you already. So you pretty much know what I like, what I don't like. Now, if you got drunk and you went a little crazy today, and we was a little bit more physical, and we at each other for real, I ain't gonna be like, oh, you doing too much today. I'm stopping.
I just feel like sex should be a give and take, and I don't like when men be trying to like. Let me do my part, you do your part.
Facts. It's a back and forth. It's like tennis, back and forth.
Okay, so why do some men only like to fuck from the back?
You are asking
You're asking individual questions.
that
Okay, do you only like to have sex from the back?
you gotta adjust that question.
You like to do all of them? Because somebody was saying like if a man fuck you from the back, he afraid to express emotion. That's why I asked that.
Now, have I had sex with women and only fuck from the back? Yes. Do I prefer it? No. I'm not that'll probably be like the last position I'm doing. That's my grand finale. That's my finish. If I want to do it, I'm done. Like, okay. But I'm just gonna be completely honest. Most niggas come faster hitting the chick from the back. That's a grand finale. So like, and women enjoy it a whole lot too. So it's just like if you start off in that position, you're gonna finish in that motherfucker.
But no, I really heard like men have sex from the back because they're afraid to show emotion.
I don't think that got shit to do with it. I think that depends on how the nigga fuck with you.
Mm.
He probably not afraid to show emotion, but you ain't somebody that he just want to be
Yeah,
fucking on right now. He might be thinking about a whole nother bitch, but I can't fuck her. I'm fucking with you. So he
Mm.
like, get it on.
Oh, I wish a nigga would.
I mean, shit, it happens. Bro, it
No, did you
happens,
just
bro.
see your face when you just did that?
You can't see what I'm doing back here. You can't see nothing.
But that's
I'm doing back here.
disrespectful.
I mean, some people can be disrespectful in sex. I have so many female friends that have literally told me like they done had sex with a nigga thinking about a whole nother nigga. And that's the only way that they was gonna get theirs off if they was thinking about this other nigga. They just didn't have access to that nigga.
Mm.
It happens, bro. Like man, nothing surprises me at this point in my life. I feel like I'm active in high school. I had a lot of fun. I went to college, lived my life. So like I've been around a lot of shit. So I've seen people do wild shit. I've seen people say wild shit. So it's just like nothing surprises me, bro. I went to one of the greatest HBCUs in the world. You feel me? Tennessee State University.
But I want to know because we friends for real. I do want to know this though. Have you ever had a threesome?
Multiple.
What?
Multiple.
Bruce, because you're just like the lover boy, like I love you, babe,
Why
and
do
you
y'all-
my
why do
girl
people-
and
don't-
all
don't-
that.
Nobody should think that. Nobody should think that. Nobody. Should
How
think
could I not? That's what I'm used to you.
Because that's
No,
what
you can't be a creep
I
though.
could probably be a creep. That's cool.
I do not.
So shit. Hey, man. I am a young, handsome individual. I feel like
And you getting dark too.
damn.
You went in the sun.
I've been in the sun, man. Be outside. But I just like I didn't
But you know, like you, but yeah, you can't be a
I
creep.
probably gave off the sweet guy vibe. I am a very, very sweet.
No, I
relationship-
seen. I'm like, yeah, you. But then I know the truth. So
Yeah,
never
I'm
mind.
just- I'm-
You can be a creep.
I'm living. I ain't necessarily being a creep. I'm living. I ain't finna be like, if two girls be like, oh, we want to fuck. I ain't finna be like, nah. Every man wants to experience this.
No, because I heard some men be like, no, I ain't into that.
Maybe they feel like they can't handle that, but that's strictly on them. I personally don't know one man right now if they got proposed a threesome that they're gonna be like, no, babe. They're gonna be like, shit. You got somebody in mind? You ain't turning that shit down. That's some. I feel like that's some everybody should probably experience at least once.
Okay, so do you think that it's appropriate for the man to introduce the first woman to the second woman, or do you think that the first woman should just have the second woman?
If you in a
available?
relationship with somebody and y'all talk about a threesome, the nigga don't need to go out and pick the girl. Because that situation is never gonna end well for you. Because even after she agrees to it and y'all do it, she gonna have questions about it. Like, why you pick her? Where she come from? Where you know her from? Too many questions. If y'all agree to have a threesome, let your girl go out and find her. Let her go out and find her. You don't pick her. Don't pick her at all. Because you're gonna deal with a headache and a half after the fact. Especially if she one of them intuitive chicks to where she like, this ain't sitting right. You might be doing something she might feel maybe a little bit too extra, and she want to ask questions and talk about it afterwards. You don't want to have them awkward conversations, especially that the killer question is where you know her from. That's gonna get you in a heap of shit. Oh man, I met the bitch at the gym.
So what if she go and find somebody that's like real ugly or something? You still gonna do it?
See, then you got to know your person. You got to know your person because pretty bitches like pretty bitches. Cute women like cute women. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to go out and find nobody ugly. They're going to go out and find somebody that they attracted to too. Because they got to be a part of this too. So I'm going to just let my lady do it. If my lady wanted to do it, if I had a lady, my lady wanted to do it, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to let her figure it out. You go pick the girl because I'm confident in the girl that you're going to bring. I ain't gonna pick her. Unless I just find two random, not random, but if I find two chicks and they into each other and they into me, just see how it goes, man. See how it goes.
Oh, Bruce, oh man, you done turned up.
I'm 30. I'm 30 some years old, man. I'm just like I said, I'm just enjoying myself.
But you know, like no conversation I ever had with you about a woman or sex, period, we never had at this capacity. Like, because you're really private.
Yeah, I wasn't no super sexual person either. Like, I didn't start, bro. I ain't really started having sex until my senior year of high school. Like, and I say like fucking on a consistent basis, like to where, oh, I'm having sex 4-5 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Like spending the night with my girlfriend at the time in high school. My girlfriend at the time in high school had her own crib. Spending the night. I'm in high school. I'm supposed to be at the crib at my house. I'm laid up over here. Like this my place.
And you ain't got you only got one baby. That's good.
Yeah, because I don't be out here just fucking people, but it was just like my sexual escapade, like I didn't really start focusing on sex or focusing on getting pussy until I was well into adulthood. Like I ain't just sexually driven. I'm sexually driven with my partner because I'm a relationship type of guy. At the end of the day, I've always been in relationships. Like my relationship I was just finished was 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I was with this woman for 10 whole years. And of course we gonna be fucking. So it's just like my sexual life didn't really take off until like my senior year. Like I had sex before that, but it wasn't something that I was doing every day, every other day. You know what I'm saying? It was just something like, oh, gradually got some ass today. That was an accomplishment back in the day. Like it didn't come home. So it was like, oh man, what happened to you, man? Yesterday, man, why you ain't show up to the gym? Man, had a day.
So since you've been back single, has it been hard for you to be able to explore sex with other women?
I'm gonna say no, it has not been hard for me to explore sex with other women. Sex is one click away at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like sex is so accessible at this point. Back in the day, it used to be something that motherfuckers was like, nah, I ain't like it with you. But like now it's just like out there for everybody. So it ain't hard for nobody to get sex. The hardest thing for me is having a connection with a person to make me even want to have sex with them. Because attraction ain't shit no more. Everybody's fine. Like everybody look like something. You know what I'm saying? You can see we live in Milwaukee. Like it's a lot of pretty women here. A lot. But that don't necessarily mean shit. Like you could be pretty as hell, but you could be dumb as fuck. Fuck is we gonna talk about? I'm not even getting mentally stimulated to want to have sex with you because I can't even hold a conversation with you. You don't want to talk about nothing else but what was on Love and Hip Hop yesterday and when you and your homegirls went to the club last weekend. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Half of the time. Like, yeah, it's cool for the time period, but if I'm trying to sit down and have a real conversation with you and the most interesting thing you could tell me about your day or your recent current events was you went to the club last weekend or you was taking shots in Brownstone. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about that. Well, how was your day? What did you read today? Did you watch anything interesting on TV besides fucking Love and Hip Hop? Are you up on your current events? Bitches, you registered to vote. It's a bunch of shit like
but that. You know what? That make me slow to have sex with a man again because it's like if we do it and I just don't get that vibe and then you just not like mentally stimulating, then after that I'm like, man, it's gonna be a minute before I do that shit again. Like I'm gonna have to be on some bullshit. Like I don't know. Like I ain't finna be blowing up your phone, but cause you know, women, if it's good, y'all really in sync, you gonna like, hey, what you doing? I cooked.
Knowing niggas want something to eat. Damn, this food, that do sound good.
I cooked, or did you eat today? Or you know what I'm saying? Women respond different when they really like pleased.
That did you eat today text message is super clutch.
Because you know, a man be 2 things: hungry, horny.
Yeah.
That's it.
Man, I think your man should never leave the house hungry or horny.
The men only be them 2 things.
Your woman shouldn't leave the house horny or hungry either, though. So, like, she shouldn't. Y'all feel like your woman should never leave the house unhappy and horny. She leave the house unhappy and horny. Somebody might get that phone number tonight, my boy. She gonna be sneaking, texting. Yeah, babe. You don't want to be that. You don't want that situation at all. But like niggas do be hungry. But I feel like that's just like a generational thing. The quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And if y'all offering to cook niggas some food, we know this is probably gonna end up with some sex. We know that, but shit, this meal gonna be a plus. This gonna be the icing on
and
the
he gonna be sleeping at your house, or you gonna be sleeping at his house, and then y'all gonna be.
Everybody likes a good cuddle because after you eat have sex, it's gonna be a good cuddle. Everybody like a good cuddle. Motherfucker tell you they don't like the cuddle, bro. Something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. If he tell you I don't do that cuddling shit, that's somebody that ain't really into you at all. If they like, yeah, I'm just gonna get up out of here. They don't fuck with you at all. They finna get that plate, hit them skins, they out. But most of the time, if the person into you, y'all definitely go watch a movie or something for sure.
But you know what? This one guy I talked to briefly a while back, he was so like shook up about some old stuff, and I just feel like that was making him unavailable. So it's like we probably could have talked for real, but like that just made me be like, nah, because when we doing it, you can't. I feel like I don't know.
Felt
I'm
like
just
they
a very
wasn't present.
vibration
Yeah, you felt
person.
like they wasn't present. They still have baggage. They had something from a previous relationship that was keeping them from establishing something with somebody else. That's all that is. They holding on to something. They holding on to something else. That's somebody that is not emotionally available. For a long time, I feel like I ain't emotionally available for real. Like for a while, I don't really feel like I was emotionally available because I was still stuck somewhere else. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? It could be times now, motherfucker be like, I don't think you ready for this. I don't fucking know.
But if a good woman present herself as a good woman and she coming at you like really trying to show you like she really fucking with you or she really want to fuck with you and you not emotionally available, when do you let her know like, okay, I'm just going to step back because this not? Because I think some men be selfish like I'm gonna keep her around anyways.
I mean, I think like you know for a fact that you emotionally unavailable before you start dealing with somebody. You know that about yourself. You just trying to get back out there and put yourself back in the dating realm. But I feel like the most dangerous thing somebody can let a man do is get comfortable in their own peace. So like if you have allowed me the space for me to grow and heal and transition into somebody different, that's probably the worst thing you could have did because now I'm comfortable in that. And it's going to take a special type of woman to take me out of that. It's going to take
I
a
heard that
special type
too.
of person to take me, that's going to make me take myself out of my peace and my vibe that I have created to potentially put myself in something that can cause me turmoil and be chaotic. It could blossom into being something great, but at this point in time, I feel like it's been so many men that have been hurt that niggas don't really be into taking that risk no more. Like we don't want to we don't want to play with our feelings. Bad stuff happen when you fuck with somebody's feelings, bad things can happen. You know what I'm saying? Because you never really know how fragile somebody's psyche could really be. And feelings is powerful. People be strung up. It don't even have to be a guy that been through plenty shit. It could just be he went through this one badass breakup. And part of that shit is still, it damaged him. So I feel like people need to be upfront about their intentions when they first start talking to a person because that'll let the person know that you're talking to that they may need to allow you some time or a grace period to work on yourself as well as us establish whatever it is that we establishing. But you ain't supposed to do that shit forever. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't want to be paying the price for nothing. Cause I just feel like I'm a good ass woman. So if you about to make me go through hell because you on that,
no, and the thing is,
everything is a learning experience. Cause if that's the case, if I meet a dude, I could be like, but he did this and he did that and he did this. Every time, like if I'm dealing with a man, I'm leaving all that shit at the door because I really want you to get to meet the best part of me. And because I really want to meet the best part of you. I want us to be able to meet the best parts of each other to see if this is gonna be what it is. And I really know, like, I had to go through that stuff for me to be who I am right now. Like the woman I am right now, the dudes that I was with, they don't know me no more.
Facts.
They don't even know me no more. You don't know nothing about me no more.
Progression.
You know my outer shell, but you don't know my heart no more. You don't know my mind no more. You don't know nothing about me.
I feel like you're gonna go through 100 versions of yourself before you truly figure out who you really are and who you want to be. And that's and it might take certain experiences for you to bring that out, bring that side of you out, that new part of you out. Like you could be like you was trying to say earlier, most good guys can be pushovers and they settle for certain shit. That could have been a phase in their life. That good guy that was a pushover 2 years ago, you done met him again 2 years from now, and now he an asshole. And now he talking to somebody else, and that person might have broke his heart or they went through a real bad breakup, and now he emotionally unavailable. Or shit, now he in his whole phase. Or now he goal oriented. He don't have time for a relationship or time for a woman. You're gonna go through 100 versions of yourself before you truly be able to bring it all together and formulate that person that you truly meant to be. Like that the best version of yourself for you to give to another person. And once you find that best version of yourself, you're not just gonna want to share that with everybody. So, like I said, it's going to have to be a special type of person to bring you out of that comfort zone that you have now created for yourself, that peace. Nobody want to jump out of their own shit. You could be like, oh, I'm super, super chill right here. But now I done sacrificed that to talk to this person. It didn't work out. And now I'm back to the point that I don't really want to be in. You know what I'm saying? You done got accustomed to doing stuff with this person. You done got used to being next to this person, talking to this person on the phone, and that option ain't there no more. So now you back to square one, and you like, damn, I should have just stayed doing what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
You don't want to sacrifice that. And I can respect that. Like if a woman was to tell me like, yeah, I'm just not at a point right now where I really feel like doing nothing serious or dating, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Cool. Who am I to tell you? Risk your happiness and your sanity right now on me, because I could be a lot to deal with for you, as well as you could be a lot to deal with for me. We could take each other through some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to.
Yeah, ain't nothing gonna be perfect,
right? And you'll never want to be that guy that the girl talk about in their group chat. That one nigga that don't never get a pass to come back. You don't want to be him.
I really just want to be with somebody who gonna let me be free spirited and gonna like my energy, gonna like me being funny, gonna like me playing too much. Cause I always be getting dudes where my energy gotta be toned down a notch, and I'm like, no, like I like to have fun, I like to laugh, I like to enjoy life, I like to see stuff, all that.
Change up the dynamic.
Like especially when I start having my kids, it was like they always wanted me in the house, like domesticated. I'm like, no, like I want to, like my ideas and my thought pattern are already so wild and so far. Like I be thinking about so much different stuff. Like I just like to explore. Period. Like every part of my life. Like even with this podcast, this was like on my list of things I wanted to do, so I can, you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't feel like I ever met that person that just was understanding. Like she gotta adventure off. She gotta, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, she gotta do the stuff that she's thinking about to be satisfied.
That's just exploring different options. I feel like a lot of people kind of get stuck in the same pattern of dating the same type of person. And most of the time I feel like why men and women kind of date the same type of person is because they looking for what they had in the previous situation in a new person. So they date similar. Like, so they don't venture off and try to die. Oh, you've been dating athletes your whole life, so you looking for everything you had in this athlete and this athlete. But you ain't never look at the guy that work in the office, or you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, the artist, or this, that, and the third. You just kind of sticking to the same kind of categories, and that don't usually work out. You just kind of got to explore your options. You're not really gonna find different looking in the same places.
Yeah, like I'm definitely over the Hollywood phase. All that, you a trapper and all this and all that and all this, and your social media dad, and people know you for the like social media. So what? Who cares? Like, where are we going with this passport? Like, rent out a movie theater with a table and some candles. Let's watch a movie and eat a dinner at the movies. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
So like, what's your take on, like, what's your big take on dating? Like, what's your Like, what's the requirement? Like, what's the requirement?
Okay,
for
so if they dated me, it could be simple, but I want some thought to be put into it,
okay,
and I want to be studied
Hmm.
because I had put on Instagram one time. I said, if somebody took me to an art gallery, I would like that.
Mhm.
Or if somebody like if they ever wanted to buy me something, you could buy me a book, a good book by a Black author. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it really don't be, or help me develop something like in my businesses I'm trying to open up or develop. Help me develop something in them aspects. It don't really be like the other day I put, oh God, please bless me with a man who gonna buy my wigs. Like, I was just playing when I said that.
Hey, y'all nuts for the wigs prices. I'm just gonna say.
I
that
mean,
shit is
yeah, you could buy me a
crazy.
wig and I'm gonna wear it, but
Jeez, that shit is
am I
crazy.
gonna appreciate you more if you like help me go to a business development class or something like that? Yeah, I'm gonna love you way more for that than that. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody just seemed invested in you becoming better.
Right.
That's
So,
understandable.
you know,
That's understandable, man.
I want to do a day and do a picnic at the park. But don't nobody want to sit at the park and let me feed them grapes and stuff. So I don't know. Like, I don't
gonna
know.
lie, man. I used to hate. I ain't gonna lie. That was like when talking about relationships being a compromise, bro. That was something I had to compromise with my last relationships. I really hate doing that. I hate just going to the park. I used to hate that shit.
Or let's go sit at the pier
But it was like,
and do, you know what I'm
This is
saying?
what you like doing, so come on, let's do it. But then over time, just doing it, I just started to appreciate it a different way. It was just she was light years ahead of me in certain aspects, so it was just like
Because it's quality time. Like,
It
let's go
is.
sit at the pier. Milwaukee got some really pretty parts of the lake that everybody don't go to.
I got a couple cold spots. I got a couple cold
Like,
spots.
let's go sit there and, you know what I'm saying, make us
Sure.
some turkey sandwiches
I
and
don't know. I just think me being gone from Milwaukee for so long and not living here in the city, transitioning and changing. When I came back home, I kind of had a different appreciation for just like my surroundings, my surrounding area. We get such a bad rap and a negative connotation on the city to where people kind of overlook the good shit that we do got. Like, we do got some dope spots. We got a lot of nice restaurants, a lot of nice eateries, like a lot of nice bars and stuff like that. But everybody kind of focus on the negative to where that shit get overshadowed. And I just think it's so cool because when I left Milwaukee, the Bradley Center was still up. The Pfizer shit blew my mind when I first came back home. I was like, shit, this is crazy. We got all this here. It's dope. But like, I just got a different appreciation for being back at home. It's been cool for me. I ain't got no complaints. It's a little crazy outside. But
well, you know, we a part of the culture, so
definitely a part of
if you ain't go to Starms, then
that place was different. That place was different.
it was only like 30 kids, but
I hate all y'all.
But
No, that's to be completely transparent. Like that building in itself is monumental in a lot of people's lives that I know and still see from time to time. Like, that was probably the most family oriented school I've ever attended in my life, to where I felt like the teachers cared about me, the students cared about me, principals cared about me, you know what I'm saying, coaches, faculty, anybody in that building. I felt like they had genuine love for the students at that institution. It ain't the same no more, but when I was there, it was great. And we had cold teachers. Like, we had phenomenal teachers. Like, this man's the coldest teacher to this day I've ever had in life. You know what I'm saying? But that was just because she took the time she was solely invested in the students that she had around her from all ages. And she ain't play that. Like, she instilled in a lot of us, like, you can do whatever the hell it is you want to do, as long as you're willing to put the work into it.
And you got to be the best at it.
And to be the best at that. Like, and like you said earlier, it was a school it wasn't a school of the arts and no shit like that, but it definitely was.
It wasn't known for that, but they had us doing
a lot of gifted,
speeches, songs,
you
programs,
everything.
everything.
Well-rounded and comfortable comfortable in yourself. Like, you know how hard it is for people to get up and do public speaking?
Yeah,
That shit is
very.
hard. But when you've been tossed into that at an early age, you just got to be comfortable in your own skin. Like, I'm gonna go up here and read this, or say this monologue, or
Mhm.
perform this presentation and whatnot to family, faculty, friends, all
Mhm.
type of stuff. It was cool. It was definitely molded a lot of people into like what
I
they
really
doing
hate to
right
see
now.
so many of our like classmates just drop off how they been dropping off though.
Yeah, that is definitely scary.
Especially like our first 3 years, like we done lost some. We
Yeah,
done
we done
lost.
lost some monumental cats out of
Yeah.
that school. But I mean, that's life, man.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but it's something that happens. Everybody got an expiration date.
Mhm.
Some is a lot more earlier
Faster
than
than
others.
others.
Like, you gotta think, we lost somebody in the 8th grade.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We had a classmate pass in the 8th grade. That was
yeah, scary.
crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's just like but for those that's still around, like most everybody's still doing well. I see a lot of people. I bump into a lot of people randomly, and it's always love. It's always love. And then we always got that core. Everybody got that core group of people from that building that they still keep in contact with. So
Yeah.
we big on that. Well, we were big on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have Facebook no more, so
Mm.
that's kind of hard to keep track of what y'all be having going on. So,
Well, I wanted to thank you for coming on the show.
I enjoyed it.
I hope I ain't actually know. I know you.
No, man.
You probably didn't even think I was gonna say something.
No, you threw me for a little bit, but like I said, it was cool. I definitely enjoyed coming out here, giving my opinion on the quote unquote good guy topic.
Yeah, because I had some questions about being a good guy, but you always want to get opinions about stuff from a good guy for real. You know what I'm saying? And I can actually vouch for you and saying like you ain't all bad, because I was like, no,
I ain't all bad.
you know, when I said that it was some, I'm like,
Definitely a good
I don't even want nobody knowing that I know you. So why would I have you like coming on my show and doing a fool?
man.
And you can't even spell or read or something. Like, no, you cannot
That's
negative.
crazy. No, but it's definitely fun. It's definitely a dope vibe. Definitely tune in and subscribe. It's gonna be interesting if the content can stay this way.
Yeah,
It's definitely something
yeah.
I would definitely do again. So
Okay. Well,
So
thank you,
good.
Milwaukee. That ends Good Guy with the Good Guy, Big Bruce. Ladies,
man, she's showing out. She's showing
should
out.
I drop it again?
You can drop it again.
Greedy Genius 4. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tag him on my post when we leave, so y'all ain't even gotta
Tag me. Tag
one
me.
kid. One
me.
kid, no, all that extra
Tag
stuff.
me.
Like, no, I don't play that. But I ain't gonna let y'all play with him either though. Like, I ain't gonna let y'all play with him. But good night, Milwaukee. Thank y'all, and until next time.